The only thing that is constant in nature is change itself. And when you say change, like the reviewer said, a lot of things must happen. To restructure, you must be having an existing structure. The structure we have now in Nigeria is totally not worth it, not presentable. You can't even think about it. Only yesterday, my beloved daughter, one of them, came to me and is relocating with the husband and 3 children out of this country. They are living next week. It is because the structure is now very defective. Yes, there are a lot of things that may have affected the structure. Population, agriculture. You link the two together. I was in India when I was the Commissioner for Agriculture to visit what agriculture is in India. And I read at the ministry that every development can wait, but not agriculture. Nehru said that long time ago. And they did it in all the seeds they can collect, rice, maize, dried one, to write that one there. We almost eat something. We are about 8 billion in the world. Part of it is 200 million in Nigeria. And we are only focusing on oil-based revenue. Whereas agriculture is better than oil, petroleum itself. Quote me, a liter of good groundnut oil is costlier than a liter of petrol today. Now, if we have to continue existing together as a country, we are not a nation at the moment, we are just a country. If we want to grow to that status of a nation, we must reconstruct. And reconstruction itself may involve partitioning. If the Yoruba people want to go away, it is part of the restructuring we are talking. The reviewer of the book saw it like we're talking of the geographical segment of restructuring, while we should look at it economically as well. I was sitting down somewhere. The high table was there about 19 years ago when the Horticultural Society was having their gala night. I was the commissioner then of agriculture in Lagos State. And I sat next to the ambassador of Indonesia. And he said, why don't we do agriculture? Our money spinning, revenue earning in Indonesia is flour. You know the flour we give girlfriends and parents and whatever? Flour. Every morning, bundles of it land in America and in Great Britain and all over the world. Just ordinary horticultural flour. And if Indonesia itself today decides not to culture frog, you know the one we call akere in Yoruba word, France will go with the ambassador to beg them because they eat frog leg. If the Queen visit France today, they will serve our frog leg. It is a delicacy for people who are rich. The economy in Nigeria is tribalistic. It is meant for the north and the northern sector of the country alone. And if we decide to reconstruct, which I agree we must reconstruct, and I've said that severance is part of reconstruction, we must look at all the sectors. Let us leave petroleum resources alone as our enemy. Let us look at other things and give prerogatives to all the parts of the country to build that they have good advantage. We used to talk of groundnut in the north, palm oil in the... There are still other things that are advantageous in certain states. They may not do well in the north, but do well in the south, and we can increase our agricultural problem. Our political problem is a mess, total mess. In Form 1, they asked me who was the foreign minister of Nigeria. It was one Udo Udoma or something around that time. Until the 6th Senate, he was still part of the government. What is wrong with the youth leading us now? What is wrong with we allowing intellectuals to lead the country? And then the only country in the whole world that does merit. People will do exam together, and some people will be scored on 18 to go to the university, and others will be scored on 230-something units before they can enter the university. You divide people and say because they are from this, you call them a merit or whatever we call it. I think we have an institution for that type of rubbish. Federal character, where a man that cannot write his father's name correctly will be taken from one corner of the country to come and vie with people who have gone to the best university in the world. And at the end of the day, they come back. I read in the paper, lawyers, classmates, and the same classmates had become judges in the part of the country, and this man is still a bag-carrying lawyer every day without a car or a bicycle. You see them jumping from taxis and Molue in Lagos State here. But in the north, they are judges already. There must be reconstruction. If reconstruction involves severance, let there be severance. On that note, sir, I want to emphasize again, you cannot divorce the two together, reconstruction and economy. Let us improve our economy by diversification. And let us look at the structure, geographical structure, geographical demarcation. Look, we did census, and this country is still being supplemented on the basis of census of over 20-something years. Lagos has 12 local governments. Kano has over 40. When there are derivatives from oil, 30 times whatever, Lagos 12 times whatever. Please, sir, we're here today to look at this book. I've not read it, but the professor has done so much about it. I will encourage all of us to buy it. I'm representing Chief Bode George, a mentor, a leader, and I'm representing myself. All I've said this afternoon is myself, and I am supporting every notion, every conception that will make sure that the Yoruba race survive and survive for the coming generation. Thank you all, sir.